Hello everybody, welcome to Tanuki Token. I'm Lucas, and welcome to my art segment. Today I'm going to be drawing Pidgeot as part of my Pokémon challenge. If you'd like to see the details for this challenge, read the description. Alright, let's get started. I'm just going to start here with my rough sketch, just get the idea down on paper. Don't have to worry about it being on model yet or anything. Just kind of figuring out what I want it to look like. I'll clean it up later. Now, this one I struggled with a little bit because of my time limit. There's a lot of detail with like the feathers and stuff that I had to try to figure out, and I didn't have a lot of time to figure it out. So I just kind of had to wing it. Okay, I'll stop. I will say I kind of don't like the pose that I chose for this one. Not that it looks bad or anything, but it doesn't leave a lot of room to write the name at the end. So, yeah. Yeah, just trying to figure out how I wanted to get the feathers to look. But yeah, if I were to redo this one, I'd do something different with the wings. That way he could be larger on the screen and not take up quite as much space. It's a little too wide with this pose. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the rough cleanup to, sort of lock in the design a little more, get closer to what I'm trying to do. Yeah, the hair was kind of interesting. Yeah, so trying to get the feathers right was one of the trickier parts of this drawing. So, if you notice, I just kind of avoid doing it for a little while. See, I focus on the feet instead. I pretty much get everything else drawn before I do the feathers. That way I'm not wasting time, like trying to sit there and figure it out. I can kind of think about it a little bit as I fix up the other details that are easier. See, I'm trying to like play around with the spacing of the feathers a little bit, add more of them because I felt like there wasn't enough in the rough sketch. I think the feathers turned out pretty decent, but it took a couple tries, of course. Now, due to my time limit, I wasn't sitting there counting out how many feathers there were, so there might be an uneven amount on each wing. I don't know. Had I given myself more time for this, I would have made sure that it matched on both sides, but I didn't. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of time, so I didn't even bother. This actually ended up being one of the longest drawings I've done. I've actually already drawn 47 of them. And this is only the third video to come out, but I think this is still the longest one that it took for me to draw. It's just mostly trying to figure out how I wanted to do those feathers. Just a lot of detail on this one in comparison to some of the other ones I've done. Yeah, so now obviously I'm doing the cleanup for the outline. In that sort of Japanese brushstroke kind of looking. Once again, kind of adjusting the spacing of the feathers. I'm not concerned about mimicking my original lines because I'm trying to improve my drawing. I want it to look better than it did on the previous step. Yeah, see, I'm just kind of playing around, seeing how I wanted to do these feathers over here. Yeah, I didn't like that. Yeah, I really like how much style this brush adds to my drawings. It actually makes it a little exciting for me while I'm drawing it, because I don't really know what it's going to look like until I start playing around with it, which is kind of cool. Because then I can kind of just like look back at it, and be like, whoa, I did this? Like, wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah, just locking in the tail feathers here. Now for the other wing. And notice I'm positioning the wing a little different than I did with my rough sketch. And that's because I drew it a little bit too low originally. It didn't match the other side that well. So I fixed it. Now for the face. Just trying to get that beak right. The eyes and the face marking. And for the hair, question mark, is it hair or are they really long feathers? They're probably really long feathers, but it could be hair. I don't know. Now for coloring. Yeah, just trying to get it just right. This brush is kind of transparent, so if I color back over part of it, it'll turn out darker. I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. Just trying to figure out how I wanted to layer this color on there. And to color the hair. I had to be careful while coloring the hair because I wanted to leave the space for the red stripes on the sides. Yep, just like this. Color in the feathers, beak, and the feet. Move it a little bit, trying to give a little bit of space for the name. And Pidgeot's name in Japanese is Pidgeotto, which I think is kind of funny because in English, Pidgeot is the middle form. But whatever. Well, and there we have it. Here's my drawing of Pidgeot. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, guess that's it. Have a good day.